Warm welcome to all of you. It's an honor to be here today. After that quick AV, I know a lot of you might be wondering how effective and accurate that platform really is. Let me tell you this. We have got exact scientific proof that it is much more effective than your morning Chamanprash. So, fun fact, AI wrote that joke for me. So we're harnessing the same technology to build some more amazing things, of course, which are with a much better sense of humor. But if AI can write jokes for us, I think it's high time that we start using the same technology and some same techniques to do something that puts an impact to the last mile, especially in our country, India. So that's what we are here to do today. Let me just take you to a quick presentation. I'm really sorry I'm not much of a PowerPoint guy, but yeah, this is how it is. In our experience, so we work with a lot of pharma companies across Europe, across US, on their commercial effectiveness. Whether we're using AI or we're just using analytics, we have realized that deploying a very effective sales and marketing strategy is probably at the core of building a hyper-local growth across any population in a growing developing economy. So, leave India for a moment. So you talk about Indonesia, which is very similar to us at the moment. They are also building a lot of hyper-local growth. They are also taking a lot of healthcare infrastructure to the last mile. And if we replicate the same in India, hyper-local growth needs to come from a very effective go-to-market strategy. Some of the very common questions that commercial teams dangle with each day, they come to us with each day is, first of all, how do we improve the sales coverage? So today I'm reaching out to, let's say, 100 doctors. How do I reach out to 200? There definitely is 500 doctors, but I'm reaching out to 100. How do I make it to 200 doctors? So how do I improve my sales coverage? Then how do I enhance my marketing strategy? What more can I do? So my colleague Sujit during the panel mentioned about a case study where there was a pharma company in India who was doing a lot of marketing in English at centers like Darbhanga. So there is absolutely not something right there. So how do we enhance the marketing strategy? And more importantly, how do I make use of all the data that I have? So I remember during the same presentation, Mr. Fani Mitra mentioned about that we've been building a lot of data for very long, but using very less of it. So how do I make use of all the data that I already have today? We at Anervea, we are just a bunch of experienced healthcare market researchers and data scientists. We are trying to use technology to enable life sciences commercial teams achieve optimization and growth, and especially in the small town India. And as you must have seen in our AV, we are supremely excited about the untapped growth markets of India, which is the small town markets. I think most of us in the rooms come from small towns in India who are trying to make a living for us in the big centers. However, अभी भी हम लोग जब अपने घर जाते हैं, home towns में जाते हैं, we see a lot of development happening. I come from a very small town in UP called Bareilly. I left Bareilly जब मैं 10th class के बाद, and when I now go to Bareilly, everything has changed. The way people do financial transactions, the way people engage with doctors, the overall behavior of the patients has changed. So we are supremely excited about the untapped growth markets of India, which is the small town. And it is not because of what we believe in. It is because of what we have actually seen in our own platform. This is because what we could see the untapped potential at India's most powerful AI tool that we have built so far for optimizing sales coverage. This is something that has taken us about 3 years of our time. We've been in this business for about 10 years. Past 3 years, we decided we have to build something for India. We have to empower Indian pharma to reach out to the last mile. Because I remember 2017 Economic Times did an article and said 80% of India's pharma revenue comes from big centers. So that means just 20% is coming from the smaller sectors. There's something to be done there, and can we use technology to do that? So that was our problem statement when we started on the journey of building this. So meet Alpha Dev. This is the name of the platform that we are here to promote in our fancy t-shirts. It's an AI-driven geodata intelligence platform uniquely built for Indian pharma. This platform enables you to truly understand the communities you are engaging in. So how does Bihar function vis-a-vis UP, or how does Madhya Pradesh function vis-a-vis Rajasthan? And then you have the ability to customize your go-to-market strategy by the pin code. So not just by the states or by the districts, by the pin codes. India has 19,000 pin codes. That's probably the last mile technically, if you can put it on a platform. Quick things about what makes AlphaDev the winner. First of all, I'm just going to give you a quick sneak peek into how did we build this platform. So what we did was we took a map on a platform and then put all the demographics across all these 19,000 pin codes. So every pin code has demographics, in terms of what is the population size, what is the household number there, what is the socioeconomic status of the people living in there, how much is the rural versus urban ratio, everything that you can think of in demographics. We put it across these, we mapped it across these 19,000 pin codes. Next thing that we did was we added another layer of all the doctors that are available in those platforms. So any doctor, hospital, pharmacist that has any kind of digital footprint is there on our platform. So it's like we were trying to build a listing platform, something like a Just Dial, but by the pin code built for the pharma. Next thing that we did was then we started using our background in Salesforce effectiveness, things that we have learned working with big pharma in the US and Europe. And we try to use similar principles in terms of if we can try and find ways to solve problems that are relevant to the Indian pharma. So we started building some effective Salesforce maps powered by our data science, and then we were able to build some real-world intelligence that can really put impact, whether it is accessing that last mile patient, or whether it is accessing that doctor sitting in that last mile patient. So if you look at it, it's a very, very simple, very standard idea that we just use technology to execute. And more importantly, that's not all. Based on our experience working with commercial teams at pharma, we realized that there is a lot of internal data that they already have. Either it is data that they've subscribed to from outside, or it is data from their internal CRM systems. So we have built the platform in a way that their internal data can also talk to our existing data sets, and custom insights can be built for commercial teams, and not just commercial teams. Custom insights can be built for the regional team. So a regional leader, a regional sales leader of UP, for example, or an HQ in UP can build, can have access to insights that are relevant to that person. Again, that's not all. We also work with some of the clients on building custom market research data. So any kind of data that they don't have at all. It is not with our data sets, it is not in their data sets, but they still need it. So a very common example of that is RX data. Everyone in the pharma industry wants that data if they need to build high quality insights. What we also have within the business group is a company called Tatwan eClinics. Currently, we are a network of 600 plus brick and mortar physical primary care clinics in India, majorly north of India, those states. And then we would be about 3,000 centers by end of this financial year. So we do a lot of custom data market research there. Plus, we have a network of about 10,000 doctors across India who do a lot of custom surveys for us. So we build on-demand market research as well, whether it is competitive intelligence, whether it is RX data, to put on the same platform so that, the whole idea is as much data sets as we can put on this platform to make the insights more relevant to the Indian context. As a result, we have done This platform is currently being used by a couple of big pharma in India. As a result, what we have seen is they've been able to achieve 70% increment in their sales coverage. So if before using us, they were reaching out to 100 doctors, now they're reaching out to 170. They've been able to witness 20% improvement in their customer engagement because now they know their customers better, they can segment their customers better, their prescribers better. And there's an overall 30% optimization in their commercial intelligence process. So these are the numbers that we have seen with our clients so far. Some of the top use cases, because once you look at a platform like this, this is, this can be used in multiple ways depending upon where you are from. The most common use case that pharma companies use us for is they identify high potential new territories. So based on population size, based on number of doctors in that territory, based on number of, the kind of income status that the population have, the reviews of the doctors, and there are many more things. So you can sort of build a potency map, as we call it, a high potential map in terms of what are the high potential pin codes where I need to put my guys on field. Then you can identify new KOLs in the market, which is high potential doctors by specialty and pin codes. This is probably the use case that takes your sales coverage from 100% to 170%. Then we have a machine learning model built in the system that also suggests the number of reps required to cover that high territory. So if you're a pharma company trying to build new territories in small towns to expand your portfolio, you need to know how much people do I need to hire exactly that would be optimized. That's what we do here. You need to identify new hospital accounts in fresh territories. Again, you can use that on our platform. Then there's a lot of on-demand insights that we do, whether it is improving your call plan based on doctor segmentation, track KPIs, call activities of your reps versus sales generated, and a lot of other KPIs. I'm trying to not bore you as much as I can. Then again, a lot of tactical sales analytics for regional sales leader. As I said, someone who's the head of HQ in UP needs to see how his team is performing vis-a-vis his budgets and targets, and so it can be custom built on the same platform. And I would say mother of all analytics, and everyone is on the journey, which is how much can we unify the data sets that we have, pharma company have. They're outside available. How much of it can be unified on the same platform and build insights that really puts an impact in your workflows? So that's again something that we've been trying to build. Trust me, if you ask me, it's the platform, and this is what our clients say. It's so good you might even forget your love for vada pav. Absolutely not kidding. And if I'm giving this presentation in Delhi, I would use chole bhature instead of vada pav. I'm a Delhi guy. So I'll just take a short pause. This is it from my side. I've tried to cover as soon as possible. Happy to take questions now.